Hi everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Star Ruler 2. I am Sir Tristan. In the last episode we expanded out to the west a little bit. We had some budgetary problems that I'm still not completely sure how to solve. It's definitely gotten better for now. I think I just expanded too rapidly, honestly, and that was my big problem. Our budgetary cycle in 30 seconds is going to flip over and we're going to gain a bit more money to play with. We started generating some automatic defenses in the in the Siloa system. Not the Curie system. Curie system is old news. Curie system, old news down here. And what else? We made good progress toward our shield generator, which we are very interested in picking up. We'll be able to pick it up hopefully this episode. While we are kind of just waiting, I'm going to unpause it, let some time run by. But I wanted to talk about a few hotkeys and things that may be pretty useful to you. The P key, pin, if you hit P, will pin an object or a location here in the upper left corner. I believe I can do it with my shipyard as well. Yeah. And from here, I can simply double click to access it. So I can select Tartil 1, my home planet, pin it, exporting labor to shipyard, we know what that's doing. We double click it, we can zoom to it right away. Pretty cool, pretty easy. You can do it from anywhere. It'll just open it right up. Since we're exporting labor, we don't really need to put that there. We can drag this around anywhere we want to. I might just put this right down here. So now I have easy access to my build. My strongest labor, basically, construction. I'm trying to think of the right word to use. The best place for me to build ships. I can just double click right down here. Oh, hang on, I got something. Oh, they're still fighting over this Hunan Legacy Prime thing. 14 against, 15 for. The Hunan hegemony is just throwing a ton of cards to get this to pass. Doesn't matter to me if they pass. What else is going on? Anyway, I got distracted by the diplomacy screen. So yes, that's the P key that will let you just kind of pin things. I think the shipyard is the only thing that I really need pinned right now. Another very useful thing is, I'm sure you've noticed there's tabs at the top, and each one kind of go to a different section. But there's also this button here, and like in a lot of web browsers, you can select this to add additional tabs. And where could this be useful? Well, for example, let's go to the galaxy. Now we have two galaxy tabs, but let's zoom in. Let's zoom in to Tartil, my home system. And now you see this says Tartil right up here. So now I can be in the galaxy tab, do whatever I want, and be like, oh, I need to go do something on my home planet. Go right up here. And now I'm at my Tartil system. So you can set that up in a bunch of different ways. If I really want to just look at like a treaty, or if I want to leave, for example, I could leave this one. I can drag it over. If I want to leave just this one to only look at pending influence events, I can leave this here for forever. I can create a new tab, and this one I can perhaps leave sitting open on specific votes. So if I need to check a vote real fast, I can just jump to this tab here. So lots of cool things that you can do with that. I'm just going to close these for now. Let the galaxy run a bit further. So my last plan, I'm going to let just research and things tick up for now. My last plan, as I was finishing out the last episode, was to get Dare 4, which has jewelry, which has 5 money pressure, up to level 2, so we can start making use of that. And I really want to do that. So, what do we need? We need a level 1 planet. We got one right here. Go ahead and colonize. And what else? We're going to need a food and a water. We have no spare food right now. I'm checking my upper right here. This thing is still going. 18 against 19-4. It's crazy. So I'm going to need an additional food and additional water. I don't want to use this salt because I can go for my home planet. I don't want to use this fruit either. I got an additional grain down here. I can colonize. Perfect. And then I got this water planet I can colonize. I'll automatically queue up these, so they'll export to the right place. I'm going to take these plastics, which adds influence pressure. It's actually pretty good, because as of up to this point, I've had almost no... I've not been in the influence game at all. Speaking of which, I think I want to switch this to... back to research. Yeah, I've not really been gaining any natural influence at all. So, by exporting these plastics... Well, I think I'll need to export them anyway, so I'll go ahead and export here. Now I won't actually start exporting them until I can actually colonize the planet. Obviously I'm not colonizing at all on this planet here, so these plastics should just sit here until this planet gets colonized. And I actually did it again, which is not very intelligent, and I'm spending way too much on colonizers right now. It's just my mistake. Gosh, I almost want to scuttle. I almost want to just destroy. I wonder, do the other... I guess I can't see. Which one of these factions can I see? This is the one. Do they just... It seems like they don't have a standing army. Oh, look at that. They've actually... Before, I think the Hunan hegemony had planets in here as well. But it looks like what's the name of this place? The Federated Sa'ar are slowly taking over. Remember these Core of the Revenants? I believe you need, these Core of the Revenants. You need 4 of them. And if you activate all 4, you win the game. So 1 out of 4 is currently in play. I'm not sure where the other ones are. But yeah, it looks like they actually just don't have a standing fleet. Well, wait. Do they? No. That's a defensive setup right there. That's that planet generating defenses. So maybe that's just where my mistake is. I just have this standing army that I'm just sitting around not doing anything with. Alright, well, let's learn how to scuttle ships then. Can I do it? How do I scuttle? How do I... There we go. Is this correct? I have no idea. Where are you guys going? Oh my. Oh, I see. So these support ships are going to find a planet and just set up. So now my home system is pretty well protected. Interesting. Very interesting. Had a little autosave hiccup, I think, there. Still generating nice and slow. Saloa 3 generating ships on its own. This is the only planet doing that. That is cool. Actually, now that I think about it, can I just go to any planet and build ships? No. Wait. Why can't I? Oh, right, 0 labor. There's no factories, so they can't build anything. Okay. I think I can actually transport these support ships, right? Yeah. So since these places don't really matter, I'm going to transfer our support ships here. What happened? Go here. That didn't work. Hang on. Let me pause and figure this out. Again, I'm learning at the same time. So if you guys are looking at this and being like, you idiot, do it this way, I'll get there. I'll get there. I don't know which one is which. Support capacity 150. Alright, that popped that open. So if I move the beam ships, missile boat. There we go. Now they're moving. Cool. click on a ship. Yep. Transfer here. Definitely want my home planet with the, what is it, 8 billion? Yeah, 8 billion people. Alright. What do we do? What are we up to now? Unused resources. Really? Oh, right. Yeah, it is unused. Because we need to level this up. That's right, that's right, that's right. That was actually on top of my to-do list, and I forgot completely about it. Wow, now I'm going to be generating a ton of... when this cycles down, be generating a ton of research. Which is cool. It'll let me click through things faster. Alright, but now that I have some space in my budget, I can start colonizing a lot. And I probably should do that. So, again, this salt and this fruit I want to save to export to my home planet to load up. Do we have any food anywhere? No, so I need to jump to a new system, I think. So let's colonize here and export here. And then when I do that, this should hit level 2, should go up to 8 people. Yeah. And then that will let me generate defense correctly. So I got that going. Need to colonize Dare too, because this is where my jewelry is going to be. Looks like I can pick a new research any minute now. Nope. It paused on that screen. There's a setting, I believe, where you can set it not to pause when you go to these sub-screens, but it makes a lot of sense to me to pause it. Increase all subsystem health by 10. Cool. As soon as we get another 800, we're going to go into the designs, and we're going to muck around with designs for ships, and I'm going to add some shields to my ships. It's going to be exciting. So speed up time a little bit. Alright, the grain should now be exported here. Great, so this is going to let me use all 4. Oh yeah, okay, because we got 1 energy pressure, and then we have the pressure from our explosives, so 4 pressure should let us use all that defensive pressure. And so what we can do is once this support gets maxed, we can just start sending them off to other planets. And so eventually, all of our planets will have their own defenses. Ah, okay, I see now. So just like I was transferring over here, this Siloa, I wonder, can you transfer between... Can you transfer between systems? Oops. I must know. Okay, is there an easy way to open defenses? There we go, manage supports. I need to find, I'll figure out the hotkey for that eventually. Auto buy. When checked, the fleet will automatically buy new support ships when in systems with labor facility. Okay. So let me see if I can't transfer to here, for example. I can. Nope. Can I? They don't seem to want to make the journey. Okay, so it looks like you cannot transport support ships outside of a system. So that is very good to know. Did that research already finish? It did. Ooh, I can almost just study it using energy. We'll see which one gets there faster. Alright, Dare is colonized. We need a food and a water. We have no spare water, but there is water right here. So let's colonize and export it here. And then we have additional food here. Colonize, and we'll export the grain here. And then that should hit level 1. And then it'll need an additional food, I believe, to hit level 2. We're about to switch over. So we gained a lot of research just then, which is great. Hmm. We lost our influence income. What was providing influence? This? Yes, our plastics are providing income. Here. Oh, right, but I can't, I don't have the population to support it. So that was actually a problem. I remember now. Got another comet. We could just add water, actually. Well, it's too late now. The next time we just need to add water to a planet, we'll do that. Alright, how are we looking now? Oops. Alright, we just need the population to go up a little bit. And then we're going to need a tier 1 resource, which we have already. And then another food, for sure. So, let's take a look. We have gems. Ooh. Oh, right. This is that one of everything pressure. We have 2 here. It's very cool. And then aluminum, which is just a straight up increases pressure capacity by 1, but also adds 6 labor pressure. Man, there's so many cool things in this game. So many cool little resources to mess around with. You can customize this thing just so much. Alright, let's go ahead and buy our shield generator. Research. Ooh, look at this. Shield regen, shield HP. I'm pretty sure I'm going to deck out this whole thing right now. I mean, again, I'm not really at war right now in any kind of way. So maybe that'd be a waste, but if anything, I'm going to get the shield generator so that I can build them into some ships, and we can talk about designs. I know a little bit about designs, mostly just what the tutorial told me, but there's still plenty to learn. Plenty to learn. Cool. So I'm making full use of my defensive pressure now, and these civilians are, in response to that pressure, building all kinds of support ships. Which is good. It's very good. Can add 150, so let's go ahead and do that. Here, transfer. I can order them. I don't want to order them. I don't want to move them all either. I'm gonna move some of them. Let me pause this and figure it out. Start using defense for Siloa 3. Can I just do this? Wait. Okay, I'll select Siloa 3. No. I was thinking I could just start using defense for... Not sure what that does. It might be what's this global 3. Global defense automatically creates support ships on planets or systems you have indicated to use it. Right-click a system star to mark it for global defense use. Every point of defense counts as 1 labor for support ship spawning. Okay. So I think it was already using the 3 that I had, because I'm generating 3 here. Right? These explosives are generating 3. So that's where that 3 is going anyway already. Transfer support ships. Order 1? No. Never mind. I want to know how I send some of them over. Apologize, I had to get a drink there. Talking for a long amount of times kind of, messes with your throat a little bit. Yeah, so I don't know how to transfer over just a few, which is unfortunate. I may have to look that up. I'm going to give it one more good old try. If I click and hold. No. Nope. Nope. I don't know. That's alright. We're going to let the clock run in 1 minute. We got another one. They're trying to investigate the Terrakin Directorate. After subtly spreading rumors of nefarious developments occurring in another empire, we offer to petition for a Galactic Senate investigation into the matter to clear these obvious misunderstandings. The investigation will prove useful for gaining intelligence on the other empire's internal affairs. If the vote created by this action passes, all empires gain vision of the target for 10 minutes. Does not work on empires you are at war with. Only you pay the upkeep. Interesting. Interesting. So it doesn't matter. They're not pointing at me. They're pointing at these guys up here. The Terrakin. Yeah. Be interesting to watch the AI play and just kind of see what they do. They probably are. Oh, they got a fleet right there. They may be at war. I don't actually know. Will this tell me if they're at war? No. Huh. Wow, look at this. You can clearly tell that I'm not proficient at this game. 9,000 points, 4,000, 8,000, 2,000. But that's okay. This is a learning experience. Alright, cool. So I'm going to pause it, and we're going to go into designs. So, designs are exactly what they sound like. This is where you design new ships. You can design large flagships, the little flag here, support ships, defense platforms, exploration ships, slipstream generators, all kinds of stuff. You can obsolete ships, you can create whole new classes, tons of stuff. I think for now I'm going to create a defensive platform. And as you can see, it just kind of shows you this blank canvas. And I start off with 160 spaces, and each thing that I click will take one space. So, let's see. A station will automatically have no thrusters, no engines. Support ships obviously will. Actually, let me check this. The size of this is 128. Okay, good to know. You can change the size. And I guess I'll just kind of start at the top. Obviously, you need a name for the design. So, this is going to be a railgun station. So you can set the name. You can change the type. Obviously, we want to go with station here. The size, station hull requires a minimum size 16. So it looks like it'll default you to the 16. But the other station was 128. I definitely want to be bigger than that. These are railguns we're talking about. Railguns, you know, rapid rate of fire, inaccurate, limited turret firing arc, a battery of magnetic cannons that fire relatively small projectiles at immense velocities. So it actually will not protect against the fleet ships that are really large, probably, but it will probably shred any kind of support ship. So that actually sounds pretty good to me. So what do I want the size to be? 128 sounds okay, but let's go with something bigger. 400. Sounds good to me. As you adjust the size, you can see here 100, the amount of labor and the amount of money that it will cost increases or decreases. As far as I know, there's no limit to this. You can make them as big or as small as you want. What is 500? 413. Actually, 500 sounds pretty good. 25 labor. So it'll take about a minute to build in my home system. Cool. I like that. Alright, so at the default, control is expanded. And look, at least one control is required. Each one of these will show bridge and crew, a bridge, crew, quarters, and other facilities for a crew to command a vessel. Provides control to operate other subsystems, slowly repairs the vessel, and the ship is destroyed if no control remains. So that makes sense, right? You need a place for your bridge crew, for the people who are maintenance. You need a place for them to sleep. They will repair the ship over time because they're walking around repairing it. But if you destroy the bridge and the crew, there's no one left to run the ship, so the ship is basically dead. Storage provides weapon ammo, and which makes sense. supplies automatically regenerated over time, and you need them to fire your weapons, so it makes sense. The bigger this is, the longer you can fire weapons without running out. Support command provides support command. So the more of these you have, this is basically meant for a flagship. The more support command it's going to have, the more support ships it can control. It can have under its command. Since I'm building a station, I will not need support command. Fission generator, a power generator based on atomic fission, provides power to operate other subsystems. So if I wanted to put a cloaking device or a shield on this, which I probably will, I'm going to need fission generators. Provides a high resupply rate, provides power. Losing required power generation in combat reduces the ship's overall effectiveness. Here's another one. Provides a large amount of power to operate other subsystems, and a moderate resupply rate. I'll probably be using the fusion generators because I want to have the strong shields on this ship. So I think that's probably what I'm going to go with. So let's start off. We click the bridge and crew. And there you go. You just paint it. And if you want to expand it, you expand around it like this. Each hex that you create will add to its cost. So as you can see, as I'm painting up here at the top, the amount is going up. You right click to remove sections, or you right click on the base thing to remove it. This will show you on the right all the stats, the health, the amount of control it can create. 16, 20, 24, the bigger the better. The more subsystems I have, the more control I'm going to need. Right now I'm using 0 out of 14 control because I don't have any subsystems. So that's kind of it. I would say you probably only ever make this bigger if you need more control, if you're gonna have more subsystems. So for now we'll just leave it like this. Supply storage makes sense. You need this. Let's see if we can just kind of surround. I don't know if it is a good idea to surround your bridge with all the explosives. I don't know. Doesn't even seem like we need that much. Alright, so here. The total amount of supply this flagship can store. Amount of supply regenerated per second in friendly space. We're always going to be in friendly space. Amount of supply used by this ship per second while firing all weapons in combat. 150 per second, which is kind of weird because we have no weapons on here yet, right? So this will probably go up as we increase the amount of guns that we have. We'll get there though. We'll get there. Next up are fusion generators. We're going to build a few. They don't have to necessarily be connected. Oops, I did that wrong. Did that wrong again. There. By the way, I'm just left clicking to place and right clicking to remove. And you can freely replace anything. So if I wanted to expand this out and get rid of the fusion generator, click, or just click, or just click. And as you can see, if I build them out here, design must be connected whole. Be a connected whole. So get rid of this and make this fusion generator. So now I have. Did this go up because of that? Yeah. This actually increased the health, increased the power possible, and the resupply rate went up a lot as well. Crazy. And I will adjust this as necessary once we get down into the weapons and equipment and all that stuff. But I'm actually going to put a pause right here, just because the episode is running a little long, and I probably got into the designs section a bit too late. When I release this video, I probably will release the next one right after it. But I just want to put a cut here just for people who obviously have a time constraint and they can't sit and watch perhaps what is an hour-long video. But when I release this video that I just recorded, I'm going to release the next one as well at the same time. So there won't be any gap in information and learning, just this is going to run a bit longer. Anyway, thanks guys so much for joining me. When we come back, I'm going to continue with this design, and we're going to pimp it out. It's going to look awesome. I'll see you next time.